Here's something that I wish I would have known sooner, that the biggest ingredient to success is consistency. Y'all, we're here at the 2025 Wings Over West Texas Airshow, located here in Abilene, Texas, at Dyess Air Force Base. We're about to get our air show on. This weekend is gonna be bomber heavy content. We have the B-1 bomber, the B-2 bomber, and the World War II B-29, and the famous Tora reenacting the events of Pearl Harbor. And word on the street is there's gonna be a Pyro Fest. We have an exciting weekend, and I'm bringing you all along for an exclusive look behind the scenes of what it takes to shoot content at this air show. Come on! What's up, y'all? Got our media passes for practice day, hanging out with all the media crew. B-1 bomber and the C-130 just did their forced entry demo. I counted at least 6 B-1 bombers on static display. We got the B-52, saw Seymour Johnson F-15 Strike Eagle. Y'all, it's gonna be a great weekend. I was pulling into the parking lot and the B-1 bomber was on the deck with the wings swept back, doing a high-speed pass. Man, I got instantly pumped, and I am super excited to be here this weekend, bringing y'all along. Hopefully, we'll get some really snazzy shots of the B-1 taxiing and everything like that. We got the shooting star flying right now, and we're gonna do some static walking, probably early tomorrow morning, get some patch, merch, coins, you know the drill.
Lieutenant Colonel Grizz Jenkins. We're at Dyess Air Force Base for the Wings Over West Texas Air Show. B-1 bomber is an intercontinental supersonic bomber made back in the 80s, and now we use it for strategic deterrence and flying around the world. Yeah, well, let's see. So I think the first time I was in a B-1 was in December of 2008, and I was a young Lieutenant Jenkins. Got into the B-1 for the first time. I was surprised how big it was, how awesome it was, and honestly how cramped the cockpit is, surprisingly, for a big airplane, but also just the military nature. It's a really neat airplane. The B-1 is very maneuverable for a large aircraft, and probably my favorite maneuver is we could do a pop out of the airspace to a roll to recover our altitude and level off. So go to upside down in a 400,000-pound airplane is pretty cool. So to become a pilot in the United States Air Force, the first thing I do is I tell them you can, right? So they look at the airplanes, they think I could never do something like that, but you totally can. And it starts usually, you know, if they're high school or college or something, they're interested in aviation, go down to your local FBO and start flying. After that, you got a commission in the Air Force and go to United States Air Force pilot training, which if you work hard and you've got pretty good grades, you'll make it. And then off to pilot training you go. And then you end up in one of these wonderful airplanes. I've been all over the world in this airplane, landed a lot of different places between flying in combat in Afghanistan, flying north of the Arctic Circle with our Norwegian partners at different times. Going to red flags out in Las Vegas. I mean, it's really hard to pick one, but I've done a lot of really neat things to this airplane. Actually, the first time I talked about that kid that was taking lessons in high school, I parked my Cessna right next to an F-104 Starfighter on my first solo cross country. And if I could get a ride in any airplane, it'd be in a 104 Starfighter. So it's one of the fastest planes ever made.
All right, y'all, we just finished with practice day. We got to see the B-1 bomber and the Thunderbirds and the B-29, infamously known as Doc. Y'all, we just had a really solid day, got to shoot some really good stuff. Unfortunately, they didn't announce the B-1 in time, so I did miss a couple of the shots because I was talking to my new friends that I got to meet. It's just really cool to have these opportunities and meet new people. If you ever get an opportunity, I highly recommend thinking about this one thing, and that is living life with what I call an open hand policy. For instance, if I give you $100 and you hold onto that $100 so tight, well, what if I had $10,000? Then I couldn't give that to you because your hand is closed and your grip's so tight on that one thing you have. If you hold things with an open hand and with respect, and you help other people along the way, you could really go far, and you would be surprised about how far you could really take this thing. Yes, you still need the technical chops. Yes, you still need to be technically sound and be able to create things at a high level. Yes, but after that, you need to have a good attitude and help uplift other people around you and just be a pleasure to hang around. And so these are things that I have noticed over time. I wish I would have known these things sooner, but you know what? We're here, we're getting after it, we're being consistent, we're showing up, and we're doing the things necessary to help other people around us. You know, I want people to come to me if they have a problem or an issue or an opportunity, because I can help them and help them in their journey and their dream and help support their aspirations and things like that. Y'all, I hope this really helps. I'm really excited for day one, Saturday. We're gonna get some B-1 bomber footage. I'm gonna be locked and loaded, ready to go. I will get you some of the freshest B-1 content. I'm willing to bet my name on it. Pressure's on, right? No pressure, right? Whew. Heather is on her way. She's landing into Love Field. We're gonna link up, get some dinner, get rested, and we are going to be ready for day one on Saturday. Let's go, y'all. Come on, let's get it. All right, y'all, I'm ready for a great air show. It's Saturday, day one of the official air show. It's a little wet, but we got the poncho on. We're on the flight line, ready to go. Staked out our spot. Heather's on her way. The crew is on their way. We're gonna have a good time. Got our sunscreen, our snacks. We got our mental checklist, and we're waiting for our friends to show up and have a good time. Whew, it's a little wet. We're praying that it stays dry. Right now the weather is not looking too good. I think it will stay dry most of the entire day after this first hour or so, but I'm really ready to see the B-1 bomber and the Thunderbirds today, and we're gonna get some Warbird action in as well. We're gonna do a static run, get some swag so we can show you the swag haul later in the video, but I'm excited. Texas is awesome. First time really being in Texas, and I love it. This air show is great. Everything's awesome. The crew is very professional, and if you're looking to put this air show on your list, I definitely highly recommend looking at putting this air show on your list next time it comes around.
Hey, I'm Andy King, and we're at Wings Over West Texas at Dyess Air Force Base. Going to an air show for me is actually kind of like relaxing. I'm only thinking about airplanes. It can be a little hectic getting in and trying to figure out each show site, but they generally do a pretty good job because they're run by the military, so they're pretty organized and it's pretty quick getting in. But it's fun. Get to meet people like the guy holding the camera right now and some other awesome people that love planes as much as I do, so it's a good chance to nerd out. It's important to, if you want to get good photos or good footage, it's important to show up early and be here the whole time and like build like almost an archive of either photos or videos or stuff like that. I mean, photo and video is different. A lot of the photo people, if the light's not good, they can't do much. I tend to take video of everything and I end up using it for something, usually like cut it up later, make a long form with it. If I have a miss in one of the videos, I'll chop even a short video up and make it, put two shorts together and make it into like a montage type thing. It works out pretty good. And people like it on Instagram and YouTube. They like watching that stuff. But yeah, showing up is important. I like to take as much as possible because then I have tons of stuff to work with later. And as far as timing goes, I like to get here early because I get a good spot. I hate to say this, but I use right now I use an iPhone 15 for all of my stuff. Haven't really had a time to upgrade. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy. I just have to get really close. That's kind of the key for me is being right up close, having the planes close, which is cool for me, and I think it's cool to share with people. People like me that like planes as much as I do. They want to see afterburners in your face. So that's what I try and do. Vapor, all that fun stuff. I didn't expect it. I mean, I haven't blown up, but I have quite a few followers now. I didn't expect it. And, if I can do it with a phone, I mean, you guys can definitely do it.
What's up, y'all? Today was extremely eventful. Unfortunately, the weather won. Not everybody got to fly their demos today. The Thunderbirds did a very, very low brief show. The B-1 bomber did get up. Unfortunately, I missed
the launch because I was out getting some swag. I was talking to some of the pilots and everything. Unfortunately, everything got moved up because the weather was coming in. We got to see the C-130s fly and do what they call a force entry and dropping supplies. And the B-1 bomber came in and did a quick pass and took care of the bad guys with a little bit of pyro. And then we had a pause. The Red Bull guys got up, and then we had a quick little run-up of the fire truck. He came in due to safety. He wasn't able to go. It was just kind of a wet, cold, soggy day, and unfortunately, these are the things you run into if you do show up and you are consistent. Y'all, there's things out of your control, and what you have to do is just chalk it up, and you have to let it be. Life can throw you curveballs, and sometimes you just have to be flexible. Tomorrow, we're going to be up bright and early for day 2, Sunday of the air show. But you know what? I was pretty successful on the patch haul. Y'all, this air show is quite interesting. Unfortunately, not a lot of the pilots were selling swag at the B-1 bombers and the C-130s stationed there. We did be able to get a couple of maintainer swag coins and patches. We had the F-15 from Seymour Johnson, and we had the B-52 from Barksdale. They were selling swag. And so, without further ado, here is the patch haul. We have the B-1 bomber patch here with an awesome Texas flag. That's pretty sweet. Yep. We have the 334th Squadron with Seymour Johnson there. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And also got their coin. That's pretty sweet. Yep. And then the Buccaneers, the 20th Bomb Squadron from Barksdale Air Force Base. It's pretty sweet. Little patch there. And they didn't have coins, unfortunately. And here's the Buccaneers. Little sticker action. And then I thought this was super cool. This is a Raptor skill ensures the kill. And I just thought this coin was super dope with the B-1 bomber on it. And then I got a C-17 patch as well. Smart March Field C-17 crew swag. Also, the AC-130, man, I was ready, primed and ready to wipe them out with their swag. Unfortunately, they got a last-minute call, and they didn't know that they were going to be here at this Air Force Base, at this air show this weekend until kind of the last minute, and so they were unable to provide patches and stuff. They only had a couple of maintainer t-shirts, and the pilots were selling a couple of hats. So we did get the hat. You know, this is pretty cool vintage Thunderbird hat that I got off eBay, which is pretty dope. And some stickers and stuff from the AC-130 guys. I did get some awesome B-roll, which I'll lay over this now, but they had the 105 howitzer and the 20 millimeter, I think it's a Bofors or a chain gun, and had some missiles in there, which was really cool. Those aircraft are very unique, and they're flying all of the, I think it was the Whiskey model. But here's the hat. Nice little dad hat action here, you know? Yeah, got the little skull from the Voodoo Child, which I really, really wanted one of their patches. Unfortunately, everything, again, got wet. It sucks that we had this run-in with the weather, but life throws you lemons. There's nothing you can really do. I mean, it is what it is. And, you know, if you do show up and life throws you lemons, you got to make lemonade. You got to make friends, and having that shared experience, you know, sometimes we all, you know, embrace the suck. You know, it sucks that it rains, but you have to embrace it. You have to embrace those moments in life because it makes the fun, sunny air shows with a little bit of clouds and perfect vapor conditions. It makes those air shows even more lovable and enjoyable. I got a Thunderbird sticker. This has been quite elusive, and I haven't been able to. Got restocked up on some Blue Angel stickers. And so I want to put those on the Pelican and look cool, because if you're not looking cool, that's half the battle. We all know looking cool is half the battle now. Come on. So met some new friends today. Had an absolute blast. You know, the weather, it is what it is. It did kind of put a dampener on the mood, but, you know, what are you going to do? Tomorrow, it looks like we're gonna be dry. I am super pumped to bring y'all along on tomorrow's air show. And you know what we're gonna do. We're always gonna get it. We're gonna get after it. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Leave in the comments below if you wanna see something on static or y'all want to see something particular. I'm gonna try to give you a heads up on the air shows that I go to. So if you wanna see something up close and you personally can't make it out there, but you enjoy seeing the static and the B-roll of the aircraft and stuff like that, leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to film that stuff. And so you guys can vicariously live through me going to these air shows. I can show you the experience and hopefully someday we get to see you out here and I get to meet y'all. All right, y'all, day 2 of the show is starting now. Cameras charged, lenses cleaned, packed up, ready to go. Got a huge surprise, so stay tuned for our next update. Ready to see the B-1 bomber. I'm not going to miss the launch this time, guys. I swear I'm gonna be locked and loaded, ready to film that. Really excited about to see the C-130s do all of their forced entry with all the cool airdrops and stuff like that, all the cool performers. I'm gonna be filming some of the Tora X, and y'all, it's gonna be a really great day. The sun's shining, it's going to be dry. Knock on wood, we have no more rain coming our way. Let's get a good show in. All right, let's go. What's up, y'all? We're out here with Tora Pyro, and we're gonna get some of the most dynamic shots. Shout out to Mike and everybody that helped put this on. We are going to film the B-1 Wall of Flame, the Tora demo, and we got the C-130s inbound. We got the B-1 launch, y'all. Don't worry, we got the B-1 launch today. We got it in the bag. We got what we came for, and we are going to help take care of the Tora guys with some awesome B-roll footage of their demos and everything like that. And y'all, you just stay consistent, get after it, be different than everybody else and add immense value and help other people along the way. And looks like the C-130s are inbound. We're about 15 minutes out from the first B-1 bomber pass and the Wall of Flame. Oh man, I'm excited. Y'all, I'm really pumped about being out here today and getting some of the coolest content.
Hey guys, my name is Mike Honeysett. I work in public relations for the Tora Air Show team. We are here at Dyess Air Force Base this weekend doing the Pearl Harbor reenactment, shooting some pyro, and also doing for the first time a shot for the B-1. So Tora has been around for over 50 years now. We travel the country reenacting Pearl Harbor. We have replica Kates and Zeros, and we put on a display with pyro, and it really pays homage and honor to those that lost their lives in Pearl Harbor. So for me, I'm a hybrid shooter because I shoot both video and photo for Tora. So throughout the weekends, I'll be switching between GoPros and Sony A7R3. I really use the Sony system just because they were the best at video and photo. Canon's caught up now, but I'm sticking with Sony and kind of doing the hybrid shots. So, but throughout the weekend, I'll be shooting on a GoPro for close-up shots of our walls of fire, and then I'll be in the background getting photos of pilots with the camera. So I first got involved with Tora at Sun and Fun in 2024, and I just shot like any regular guy on the sidelines and tagged them in a video. And from there, I was invited out. My first show on the pyro field was at Oshkosh. So as a kid, I've been going to Oshkosh for years. So it was a dream for me to be on the pyro field at Oshkosh, planes flying by, shooting pyro for warbirds. It's just an unforgettable experience, and I've been doing it ever since. So networking is your best friend for any photographer. That's how I started in my career field, and I've shot for all kinds of different performers. So network, tag those guys in your posts, reach out. And eventually, like, you'll find your niche and you'll find your home. For me, it was with Tora, and I will never look back.
y'all, this show is in the books. We got some A1, B1 bomber footage right on the taxiway as it took off. Got amazing passes with the pyro, and it was super exciting being able to collaborate with Tora. Overall, this show was a great success. I made some amazing memories, got to hang out with a lot of people, got to meet a lot of new people as well. And it's just really exciting being able to share this air show experience with other fellow creatives and other people that love it just as much as me. And I really think that if you can meet and collaborate with other people, it makes this experience even that much better. Y'all, I am gonna sign off here until our next air show. It's been real. I'm glad you got to come with me and see all of the cool static, all the performers and everything like that. I cannot wait to edit this video, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'm ready for my trip home. You know what? I'm ready to get back at it. Wheels are up in Dallas at 10 p.m. So we're about 3 hours. So we got a little bit of a drive, and then back to the grind, back to the job, back at K-Build, and we're gonna get after it, y'all. That's what we do. All right. If you guys want to see something, you want me to answer any type of questions or anything like that, y'all, please leave it in the comments below. I really want to add value. And if you guys have questions about things that you are struggling with, or you just want to know what it takes to create content like this, please leave it in the comments below. I'm going to do my best to answer these type questions. Maybe I'll do kind of a gear haul and a loadout for the traveling type shows, and maybe a loadout for the local shows. It all changes for me show to show. Signing off here officially. We'll see you guys on the next air show.